Hi everyone, my name is Olga and this is Primelang. Welcome to our channel. Please subscribe if you still haven't. And today we are going to have another lesson of Russian, and we are going to get into more complicated stuff, because up to now we've been looking at some pretty basic things. But as you probably know, if you are learning Russian, it's by no means an easy language, and today you are going to get a taste of that. So what we are going to work with is the Russian nouns, their gender, and the nominative case, именительный падеж, and the plural, how the plural of nouns is formed in Russian. All right, so in Russian, all nouns have gender, and there are three genders: masculine, feminine, and neuter. So normally you have to learn the gender. Very seldom you can figure it out, like when you are talking about animate objects, like somebody who is alive, an animal, a person. For example, мальчик, a boy, will be masculine, девочка, a girl, will be feminine. So that's kind of what you will expect, right? But for the rest of nouns, for the most of nouns, this logic doesn't work. There is no logic. So when you memorize a noun, you also have to memorize its gender, because again, there are endings, but very often they can be similar for different genders, so you cannot really rely on them to figure out the gender. If you are familiar with some languages like French, German, Spanish, whatever, where there are genders, you of course know all this logic by now. Okay, but yes, so in French, for example, or in Spanish, you only have masculine and feminine. Here you have also neuter. Okay, now let's have a look at the singular, the nominative case. What does it mean, the nominative case? That's the case you will use as the subject in the sentence, the subject mostly. Of course, there are 6 cases in Russian, and the endings for the cases will change. But okay, let's not frighten ourselves before we need to. Okay, so in the singular, in the nominative case, the nouns in the masculine nouns can either have 0 ending, what I marked as a dash. So there is no ending, they just end in a consonant. And examples of this will be stol, a table, and мальчик, as I said, a boy. One more group of masculine nouns can end in a or ya. Those are, there are fewer nouns like this. Like the first line in this table, these are mostly very common nouns, like bigger groups of nouns, right, with these endings. The second line, there are fewer nouns like this, significantly fewer. Okay, so yeah, мужчина, a man, судья, a judge. As I said, there are not many nouns like this, and mostly they are proper names. Like you will get lots of masculine names, especially diminutive forms with these endings. Yeah. Now, feminine nouns. Their most common ending will be ya. So as you can see, if you have a noun ending in a or ya, it can be either masculine or feminine, mostly feminine, of course, but you cannot be sure. So here we have Systema, a system. I've chosen some nouns that should be easy to figure out. And fotografia, a photo, a picture. Okay, now there is one more group of feminine nouns that end in a soft sign. And an example of these nouns is noche. If you know Spanish, noche, that's very similar. It's a night. Okay, now the neuter nouns. These can end in or ye. Two endings, or ye. Окно, ending in or, a window, and море, sea, ending in ye. And one more group of neuter nouns, again, a very small group, but still, ending in ya. And an example is имя, name. Okay, so we've covered this. Now, let's look at the plural. And before we look at each specific group, I would like to kind of sum it up. So for most nouns, the plural endings will be I or I, except for the neuter. For the neuter, they differ. Now, let's look at the specifics. So masculine, either, so those that have zero ending, either I or I. And it depends on the consonant at the end, but we will not get into that just yet. So maybe in a different video. Stol, stoly. And unfortunately here, the stress shifts. And the thing is that sometimes it does in the plural and sometimes it doesn't. So mostly for now, it's a good idea to just try to remember where the stress goes in each case, right? And и, мальчик, мальчики. With those ending in yeah, it's a bit easier because a will turn into I, ya will turn into I. As you can see, like ya is kind of softer and I is also softer, so that's how it works. Мужчины, мужчина becomes мужчины, судья becomes судьи, судьи. Again, the stress moves. Feminine nouns. Also, I, a becomes I, я becomes I. Система, системы, фотография, фотографии. Those ending in soft sign will get an E instead of the soft sign. Ночь, ночи. The stress again, as you can see. So the thing with the stress is very random, I'd say. Now, neuter nouns. О becomes a, е becomes я. So, окно, окна, the stress, pay attention to it. Море, моря. So it actually goes back and forth. So it was on the first syllable, goes to the last one, and vice versa. So it's really strange, I think. And those few nouns that end in ya take an suffix ending ена. Имя, имена. All right, that's the general picture. Also, there are some, again, pretty random exceptions. There are some words like ребенок, a child, which is irregular as in English, but it's really irregular. It becomes дети, so nothing even close here. Those you just have to remember. There are a few of those. Also, there are some that just take a weird ending. For example, there are some nouns like stool. You'd say it's pretty much like stol, the table. Stool is a chair, but whereas stol follows the normal pattern, it becomes stoly. Stool doesn't. though even just one vowel in the middle changes, well, the story here is absolutely different, and we get stulya instead. Мягкий знак я. Very strange, but don't worry about those right now. You have a lot on your plate as it is, with all these groups and endings. And before we finish, I would like to take a few nouns, kind of make an exercise. Take a few nouns and try to see if we can figure out their gender, or maybe we cannot, and try to form their plural according to what we've just learned. Okay, so I don't know. The first one is женщина, a woman. So that's easy. We know a woman must be feminine, right? So we have no doubts here. Okay. Feminine ending in R. Now, what will the plural form be? Can you figure that out? Женщины, женщины, женщина, женщины. Okay. Let's say забор, a fence. Can you figure out the gender? That ends in a consonant. There is no additional ending. So then we can be pretty much sure that it's masculine and first from the first group, right? Забор in the plural becomes заборы. Okay. Let's say лошадь, a horse. So it ends in a soft sign. It can be either feminine or masculine, because the ones with a zero ending can have a soft sign at the end as well. Well, then we have to check the gender in the dictionary probably, and лошадь is feminine. Now, can you say what the plural form is? Лошадь, лошади, лошади. Okay. I don't know, let's say время, ending in ya, or it can be either masculine or feminine or even neuter, right? Again, we have to check here, and we find out that время, the time, is neuter. So what will the ending be then in the plural? It's времена. Okay, hopefully this has simplified the endings of Russian nouns for you, if you've been struggling with them, or has just helped you to learn them. Next time you come across a Russian noun, try to form the plural, try to figure out or check its gender, and learn more Russian, speak more Russian. Good luck with that. Come back to our channel. Drop us a comment if you have a question, and thanks for watching. Bye bye.